Grand Rising, Divine Souls. I wanted to quickly explain or try to. It's too early for me, but I've been waking up every hour, so I really haven't gotten any sleep. I'm detoxing and fasting, so my body's getting rid of the herbs that I'm drinking that are helping me get rid of any mucus buildup that I have that doesn't belong in my body. So I have gotten a few messages, a few things to share, and I just wanted to record this while I'm sitting here in the bed in the dark, because that's what brings me peace. This is why I decided to grab the phone and record, because I get so much messages that sometimes I tend to forget, and it'd be so beautiful. It'd be such beautiful messages that I believe I am meant to either write it down at the moment or record myself instead of waiting. But you have to understand that our bodies are mortal, okay? The soul is electrical. Like, we're light force, we're infinite souls. So we are continually moving. We could actually travel from dimension to dimension. The reason why a lot of people have or has a hard time to believe certain things that we share, and I'm saying we because people like myself, but I'm gonna, for the sake of this video, I'm going to speak on about myself. So the things that I speak on, the things that I share, the things that I believe in, the things that that I try to explain to people, which 9 times out of 10 they don't understand, they don't get, so they think automatically I'm crazy. The reason I'm crazy to you is because you're living in a life generation. You're recycling the same lies that was passed down from generations to generation, from your parents to your grandparents to your great-grandparents to your great-great-great-grandparents, and so on and so forth. So, and then not only that, you believe what the news, the media, these presidents, politics, these celebrities, whatever you see on TV, you believe. Whatever you read in the newspaper, you believe. Because that's how your mind was reprogrammed to think and believe. That is what you was fed, and your entire generations was fed to believe. So as an adult, you have to unlearn the things that was instilled in your subconscious mind, and you have to relearn the truth. Now, I don't argue with people. I'm not going to argue, but I disagree a lot. Okay? So, again, going back to why you can't see what I see or know the things that I know, is because you have a very, very low frequency. Because you have to think about this system. It's run by Satan. Okay? Satan and his demons. Okay? And their job, their agenda, their plan is to destroy us. It's to rule the entire earth with no righteous soul. They just want it all to themselves. So in order to do that, they have to keep y'all in the prison state of mind. Basically feeds y'all whatever benefits them. When we were created, we were not created to be governed under a leader, to follow a leader. God created nature and he created us. So nature provides everything for free. Free land, free water, free light, free food, free everything. But once Satan came, here comes the man being greedy and decided to steal the land that was free once. America is not free anymore. That's why we are charged fees for everything. We are being robbed of what was created for us for free. Now, the way they work is, like I said, they have you believe that you're just human. You're just human here, live just life, just to be born and obey and die. That's it. And I'm here to tell you that's false. That is not true. That is incorrect. You're not just humans. You're infinite souls. Again, our bodies are immortal. What dies is our body, not our souls. Now, the way they keep you believing that you are just human and it is normal, quote unquote, normal, how you're living. It is not normal, because they poison everything you consume and everything you use. The water that you drink is poison. The products, hair products, shampoo, conditioner, hair dyes, gels, hair gel, mousse, hairspray, they're all filled with toxic poison. Body lotions, soaps, hand sanitizer, hand soap, all those are filled with toxic hidden poison. These powder shakes that people swear by, Herbalife, that's toxic, that's poison, that was created in a lab. Shakeology, however you say it, that's poison. All these weight loss powder drinks, all these energy drinks, all this, there's all poison. It's all poison for the body. And all that, and then the meat. We're not supposed to be eating meat. All that, and then the processed foods that we eat, toxic foods that we eat, that they lie to you and say, oh, this has proteins, or this has vitamins and minerals. That is a lie. Like I said, I'm living proof of it, because I've been cleaning my body for the past since I started this healing journey. I've been healing my body. But let me give you a little bit history about myself. Why I say this is not what I say, but this just did not come upon me because when I started this healing journey. No, I was born like this. Meaning, I was born to question everything. And if my mom was alive, she would tell you that I used to get on her nerve with all the questions that I asked, because even as a young child, as a little girl, I knew there was more to life than what I was seeing, and what I was seeing, and then what they was telling us or showing us. My mind was always advanced. I was always questioning everything, and used to and still do question my own question, if that make any sense to you. So I used to, as a little girl, I used to just look at everything around, especially my body. I would stare at my fingers and my toes and my face, and I would constantly ask questions that nobody, not even my mom, was able to answer me. My mom would tell me things that, was just lies, and I knew it was lies. It's because I could just felt it was lies, because I still was not satisfied by her response. Which she's not at fault, because again, she's also part of the toxic generation that she didn't know no better. She was programmed that way, to think that way and to believe that way. So, and I went through my entire life like that, and I always felt unease. I always felt like, what if this isn't this way, or what if that isn't supposed to, be this way, and what about this, and what about that? Like, I always question everything, even in school. Like, again, I was curious to find out how was the earth created, what came upon it, like, how were we created, why were we created, what is the purpose of us, like, what is the purpose of earth and us being here? Is there more life? Is there a past? Like, I literally, this was me at a young age, and I started developing these feelings. Like, I could feel a little bit of like when someone is lying or when something is off, or like, but I never understood it because, again, nobody was able to explain it to me, because my whole life, life is this. What you see right now, that's what it is. There's nothing else. There's nothing beyond that. So, I went through my entire life without, at one point, I just like lived with it. I accepted it. I lived with it. You know what? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just, but again, I never stopped asking questions. And that's how I raised my kids. I always told my children to ask questions and question the question that you're asking. Like, don't settle for any just answer. Question everything around you. Question what they are telling you or what they are doing to you. Like, question it. Why do we eat this? Why do we need it? Where did it come from? Who created it? Who made it? Why am I feeling this way when I eat this? Or why am I feeling this way? Why am I getting sick? Why do I need medication? These are things that I used to always ask, and nobody was able to. I used to always get the same answer. Oh, you need this because your body needs it. Or you're sick because, your body's just sick. Never telling me really why was my body getting sick, or never telling me that this didn't belong in the, never. I mean, never. And fast forward to now, I believe 2-3 years ago, it got so strong. Like, I guess my body, my spirit, my soul was just like, you know what, I had enough. Your entire life I've been trying to tell you there's more to you than I need you to get it together. You have to you have to walk in your purpose, walk in what we're trying to show you. So it got really strong, and I could feel people's emotion. I was feeling people's emotion that I was actually, how you say that, I was actually absorbing their energy. So if somebody was sad, I would feel it so deeply that I would make myself sad, and I don't even know why would I be sad, but really I took on that sadness that person that was next to me had. You understand what I'm saying? That's how powerful my being, or whatever you want to call it at the time, was. And I still didn't understand it. Like, I was like, what is this? Like, am I weird for this? Am I different? And like, am I not, like, I don't know. These are questions that I ask myself, because like I said, nobody was ever able to help me to understand what was going on, or answer any of my questions. But I would literally feel so drained from absorbing everyone else's energy and everyone else's whatever they were going through. I was observing it, and I would start like seeing, and this has always been since I was little, but meaning it progressed as I got older. Like, I would see shadows and spirits and so whatever you want to call it. But I would see things like that, like images of a little girl, like a whole black shadow, like stuff like that, especially in Hope Street, when I used to live in Hope Street, my old house. And again, I used to always stare and just ask questions. Like, I was always seeking answer from everybody and everywhere except where I was supposed to seek the answers from, which was within. That's how easy it was, and I didn't know that back then. So once I had enough of destroying myself, basically, because I had enough of the darkness, and I took it upon myself to go on this spiritual journey, because I wanted to know. I wanted to look within and find the answers to everything to every question and thought that I ever had in my entire life. And it was the best decision I ever made in my life, because I actually found myself, my true self, my true calling. I found who I am. A lot of things make so much sense now. Like, and again, when I question something, I look inside. I don't ask nobody to give me an answer. I look for the answer within, and I wait for the higher powers or the spirit or the universe to guide me and show me the answer. I don't rely on human. I don't rely on nobody else. So, going back to why I say that you can't see, you're not seeing what I'm seeing because your eyes are not ready for that yet. Your frequency is very, very low to see and comprehend what I could see and what I know and what I feel. So when I talk, it's not all. Why does she think that what she say is truth? Like I said, you don't have to believe me, but don't be so quick to talk out of your behind, or don't be so quick to say, oh, that's just conspiracy theories, or they're just crazy. When you're stuck in a 3D dimension, you are a slave to this system that has been pulling your strings for years and years and years and years. It's like, for example, let me put you this picture. Let me paint you this picture. You live in this world where you're walking, going about your day. You know, you're just, or you're driving, whatever it is, and then all of a sudden, you reach a dead end where you reach it's like a whole wall that you don't see the ending of the wall. Like, you know, from the top, you see the bottom, but you don't see, and then you look to the side, and then you think automatically, oh, this is a dead end, so let me just turn back around and go. When you turn around to go back to the way that you came, you're going back, you're recycling, you're going back to the same cycle. You're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And then you're passing down to your children and your grandchildren that same cycle. And then your kids pass it down to their kids. You understand what I'm saying so far? So, turning around, making a U-turn, turning around, you're just stuck. You're stuck in that 3D dimension. You're not expanding your mind, so you can't see what's on the other side of the wall. Because you're programmed to believe this is a dead end. There's nothing on the other side. This is just a dead end. This is where the road ends. Until one person, such as myself, again, I said in this video at the beginning, I'm going to just speak about myself. Such as myself, was standing in front of the wall, feeling the vibration of the other side, touching that wall, and knowing automatically and just feeling the energy like there's more over the other side of the wall. So it all takes one person to either climb that wall and go look on the other side, or break that wall down enough to see what's on the other side, to see if there is something else on the other side. You with me so far? Because on the other side of that wall that you thought was a dead end, there's infinite power. There's infinite soul. There's wisdom. There's knowledge. There's the truth. And it all lies on the other side of the wall. But what happened? What is going on? These presidents that y'all so rely on, believe on, these celebrities that y'all so worship and y'all swear they're humans, it's making sure you do not find out who you really are. Their job is to make sure that you do not discover the truth. So while their job is doing that, they're also poisoning every single thing that we, again, consume and use. Because people think that just because the bottles say organic or natural or vegan. That's it. It was not created. It's not bad. A lot of these products are created in the lab. If you didn't get it from nature, and if nature didn't make it, you should not consume it and you should not use it. People are so focused on the external instead of being focused on the eternal of the body. Focusing on the internal of the body is very, very highly and crucial. Don't worry, don't focus on the outside. Focus on the inside and the things that you're putting in your body. And I said this before, if a product has more than 5 ingredients, it's toxic. Believe me, it's toxic. Again, you don't have to believe me. Go do your own research. This is the thing with people. They want to be spoon-fed. You share something, some wisdom, and they automatically want to question it. They automatically want to bash it. They automatically want to say, no, you're lying. Who the hell does human think? No, not every human are the same. We're not on the same level. A lot of humans live on very low vibration, very low frequency. I am on a high frequency. Well, on my way on a higher frequency. We're not the same. I don't move the same as everyone else. So you will never understand or see what I see just because of that. Because you're still a slave and a prisoner to this system of things that's run by Satan and his demons. These presidents, these celebrities are not human. They're literally clones, or they're just demons inside that took over a human body. And they want to become humans. That's why y'all, the low frequency ones, they are too lazy to actually break down that wall or climb that wall. Y'all give them power. They feed off of sadness. They feed off of fear, especially. They feed off of hate, bitterness, misery, gossip, drama. Depression. They feed off of that. That's their energy they feed off. That's why they continue to move forward with their plan, because you guys are feeding them. Feeding them. You're giving your powers to them. That's why they get away with what they're doing to the human nation. Because you are at fault for not climbing over that wall and actually seeing and finding out who you truly are and accepting the truth. The truth is not pretty. The truth is very disturbing, but it's a beautiful thing, and you will not see the world the same once you accept it and you keep seeking it and you keep going further and further more, and then you walking in your true self. The world is not the same to you. Low frequency people see rainbows and sunshines and, oh, look at this Christmas tree, it's so beautiful with all the lights and this and that. Oh, look at Easter, look at birthdays and Mother's Day and Father's Day. They paint it out to be so beautiful for a reason. But I guarantee you, you cannot answer this question. What does these holidays really represent? What is rooted in the bottom of these holidays? You can't. Because people think that Jesus was born on Christmas, which is a huge big lie. And if you read the Bible does not say when he was born, but it definitely was not on December, because it does say he was not born December. But it tells you the weather, it tells you what was outside, so you're able to at least estimate when he was born. And it was not December. I could tell you what these holidays are, but again, I won't, not in this video. I'll give people a chance to go dig deep and figure out the root of what you're really worshiping when you worship these holidays that you think is rainbows and sunshines and so colorful and so pretty. That's what you see. This pretty sign, this pretty store, this pretty thing, this pretty that. I see obeying. I see poison. I see toxic. I see demons. I see corruption. I see violence. I see the truth. We don't see the world the same. But I had to learn in this journey to approach people according to their knowledge. Again, because not everybody is in the same frequency as I am. So what I know won't be understood by someone with a low frequency. And their whole ego is attached to itself. So quickly they're going to say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. They're quickly going to label you as crazy, or you're a conspiracy theorist, or whatever it is that y'all like to call people like that. But again, if you never, ever took it upon yourself to climb that wall, you have no right, and you shouldn't label anyone who's sharing some wisdom and knowledge. Because if somebody shares wisdom and knowledge, it will make sense. Because like I say, a lot of things make sense to me. Because a lot of people, when I share wisdom and knowledge, oh, what's the proof? First of all, if you want proof, go dig deep. Go do your research. I share it, and then it's your job to do your research. I could show you the proof that I have, but you're still going to be like, nah, that's a lie, because they probably lied. Why? Because you still have that mentality. That mentality that they program you to believe and think and see how they want you and what they want you to think, see, and believe. So you can't go beyond that because you have not climbed that wall to the other side. Because once you reached that wall, you thought it was a dead end, and you went right back around to do the same toxic things again. Why? Because you think they make you feel good in the outside. Oh, it makes my hair so fluffy, so straight, so pretty, It's toxic. Because whatever you put in your scalp that's toxic, whatever you put in your skin that's toxic, your blood absorbs it. You might not feel it at the moment, but I guarantee you, and 100% sure, in fact, that your temple is slowly deteriorating. You're destroying your temple slowly but surely. It could take 5 years, 10 years, but eventually you'll develop a disease or an illness, like they like to call it, and then you wouldn't wonder how, when I did this and I did that, but you never questioned the products that you've been using or the food that you've been using. Why? Because you settled and you relied on the same system that's here to destroy you, that's here to kill you, and you believed what they was telling you and what they was showing you. So if the news or the doctors tell you, oh, red meat has so much proteins, blah, 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 it will strengthen your bone, blah, 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 you'll quickly consume a lot of red meat because you're programmed to believe what they're telling you. And I'm here to tell you, red meat destroys your immune system. It does not contain proteins. Again, our body are electrical, alkaline, or light source. Feed it electrical, things that are alive, nature, and watch the difference. I tell my kids and tell my husband, I don't argue with people, but I speak on a lot of things because I experience both sides. And a lot of time I intentionally put myself through things because I want to see something. Meaning, like, was it 2 years ago? I intentionally stopped taking care of myself because I wanted to see something. So, you understand what I'm saying? I put my body, myself to the test so I could freely, confidently, if that's the right word, confidently be able to speak of or about the wisdom that I share. I'm confident in everything that I share and the wisdom that I share. I'm confident in everything that I believe in. I'm confident in it. Because if I'm not, or if I don't believe it, I won't share it. I won't share it. Or if I do share it, I'll be like, I don't know the extent truth of this, but just in case. And then I go do my research though. But 9 times out of 10, I won't share it unless I am, or I have actually dug enough to understand that, okay, this fact, this that I'm reading, or this that I came across is actually true. If that made any sense. But again, you have to, like I was saying, I intentionally stopped taking care of my body because I wanted it to see something. And I got sick. I ended up developing pneumonia according, quote unquote, according to the doctor. I had pneumonia in my left lung. That was the same day that my husband was like seriously sick, and he ended up having pneumonia in both lungs, or whatever the case is. They told me it was bronchitis first, and then when he went back again, they said it was pneumonia. Again, this is why I don't trust doctors. This is why I became my own healer, my own doctor, I am the cure. Put it that way. We are the cure. Well, when I came back from the hospital, they gave me medication, but I didn't take it. Why? Because the purpose of me not taking care of myself is to see if I get ill. Because I was eating meat. I was eating all this food that your body should not be consuming. I got sick. I got ill, like I said. I didn't consume any of the medication. Anybody that knows me knows I don't take medications. I hate medication. I go to the doctor for one thing and I leave out of there with 10 prescriptions. So what I do, I either rip it off, throw it away, or I take it out of the pharmacy and I still end up throwing it away. Believe it or not, I still end up throwing it away. The only thing it does be used is ibuprofen, which my husband uses. That I don't agree with it, but to each his own. Everybody lives their life the way they want to. My issue is when they try to come at other people that's trying to help you break out of that hypnosis that you're on, to break free from that prison that you're on, so together we can create paradise on earth. And a lot of y'all mother effers are very ungrateful to that, and y'all very selfish and ungrateful. Like, we could easily take what we know and just keep it to ourselves and just get ourselves ready. We don't have to share knowledge. We don't have to share wisdom. We don't have to try to sit here and help as many people as possible to wake up and realize who they truly are and their power within. We don't have to. But we do it because we care. We're all supposed to be brothers and sisters in this world. We have to cast out Satan and his demons. And a lot of y'all are really just sheltering Satan and his demon. Well, anyway, going back to that story that I was telling you. I didn't take no medication. I allowed my body to heal itself. I just drank a lot of liquid, meaning a lot of water, smoothie. But at the time, I didn't have no herbs. I was not aware of herbs. I became aware of herbs this year. I always knew, don't get it wrong, I always knew nature provide, medicine that we need. But I was not aware of what exactly is in nature. I was not aware because I never really paid attention to it. I was always mesmerized by nature, but I never took an obsession like I have now. So my body eventually healed itself without any medication. So I went back to taking care of myself again, and then I went through a dark moment where I was going through a lot more, and to the point when I say dark, I mean dark where Satan actually popped up and, was telling me, you're worthless. That's why you're invisible. That's why nobody like you. You need to kill yourself. There's no point. Literally, and I'm not even lying. Literally, he literally was there in my room. And again, like I tell you, I like the dark. I meditate in the dark. Sometimes I turn on a candle. But when I want total peace and total just to how you say that, just to connect with my inner self in a deeper level, I shut everything off and I just relax my mind. But at that time, during my darkness, I wasn't aware. I didn't tap into who I really was, but I was weak because I was going through something and I was depressed and I was stressed, and that's where Satan, lures himself in when people are at their weakest because they're too weak to fight back, and that was me. And that's when he was telling me all those things. And honestly, I was thinking about it. I was literally close to just, taking my own life. But I thank God that I didn't. And I also thank, my Jehovah God, my creator, for all the times that he got me through, because I should have been there a long time ago. Because I done some very fuckery shit, and I put myself in position that could have gotten my life taken away. And I know for a fact it's because of this purpose that I have, this purpose that I'm actually walking on. There's a reason for that. It's the reason why I'm still here. And this is why I sit here and I try to share as much wisdom as possible to get people to break free, break those chains that's been, in their life for so long. Like people need to just wake up. People just need to take their life, and when we stand together, we take their powers away. Let me tell you something. Climb that wall. And if you're not going to climb that wall, sit quiet. Just sit quiet and obey your demonic leaders. Sit quiet. Don't get mad. Don't start labeling people that's sharing wisdom and knowledge. Just sit quiet in your toxic life. Just be quiet. That's it. You have no room to talk if you never experience both sides. And by both sides, like I said before, I mean the toxic life and the spiritual life. And again, I went from eating meat and all these toxic products, using all these toxic products, to becoming a pescatarian. And I say pescatarian now because I understood a while ago what it was, where I was just eating seafood. I wasn't eating no other kind of meat but seafood, like fish and tilapia and stuff like that. And then I went from being a vegetarian, which I didn't eat no seafoods or nothing, and then I went to vegan. Vegan is what showed me is what opened up more doors for me and showed me more than what I already knew. So vegan is not, your body's not vegan. Don't get me wrong, your body's not vegan, but it is a start. It is the start for a better understanding, because like I said before, and I stand firm to this, not everybody that's vegan is healthy. Not everybody that's vegan knows or are educated correctly on what things they should be consuming, because nowadays there are processed vegan products. They are. And I used to consume them without having the knowledge that I was consuming that. This is why I say it's a learning thing. I learn every single day. But my most importantly thing is I took a step, and I take step every single time to better myself. So once I found out that vegan was good, I became a vegan. I was eating all these things that I thought was really good, but I didn't park there. I was still researching what I was eating and the ingredients and stuff, and that's how I became to have the knowledge and wisdom that I do on vegan lifestyle. I didn't stay there. From vegan, I am becoming alkaline, just alkaline lifestyle. You could also call it an alkaline vegan lifestyle, because an alkaline vegan lifestyle is, I won't be eating like the vegan mayonnaise and vegan cheese and vegan Beyond burgers, because those are all processed food. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a learning. You never stop learning, which is very important, and it's one of the beautiful things in life. You really don't stop learning. But once I learn something and that I know it's not for me, I quickly remove it out of my life. Like, or when somebody has more wisdom than me and they share with me, oh, listen, that stuff that you shared, that food, this and this is not healthy for you. I tell them why they think that, and they tell me, they break it down, explain it to me, and then I thank them for that. And then I go and do my own research and do my own testing, and then I find out that they were correct. I even sometimes find out more that they didn't know, and I quickly share it with them because they didn't know. So then I stop eating that. When you know better, you do better. Some people know better, but they don't want to do better. Because again, like I said, they focus on the outside. They focus on free products. They focus on likes and attention and getting comments and validation from the media and everybody else, instead of seeking the only validation that really is important, that really matters, is within yourself. It's with yourself. That's why people don't realize that. That's why people walk around and feeling unmotivated and feeling uninspired and feeling like sad and feeling like they're not good enough. And how come this person doing better than, like, stop focusing on stuff like that. That's just your ego, your toxic mind speaking. That's what these toxic products do for you. When you're feeling sad out of nowhere, is those products you're consuming and using. It's not your body naturally, because if you was your body does not create none of that stuff. I am telling you because I am living it. I'm living it. I became my own healer. I don't go to the doctors. I don't go to the hospitals. And I try to share my knowledge and wisdom with my kids, but my kids are still ignorant. And I mean that in the most respectful way as possible. I love my kids dearly, but you would think having a mother like me, they would be very awake and aware. No, a lot of them, they know, but they just don't want to do better. Put it that way. But again, I still try my best to feed them the wisdom that they need, so they can't say, oh, nobody told us this. At the end of the day, it is entirely up to everybody to take it and go do their own research. Like I said, you learn every single day. Who knows? You might take a peek over the other wall, and you might start slowly, and then you might end up finding out things that I still don't know. We all level up at different degree, at different levels, or whatever you want to say it. There are people such as me that are in higher levels than me. There are people that are higher levels than me, and I am no more than them. Certain things, like, it's very different. Like some people might be able to like, okay, predict the weather, like automatically without even watching the news, and like literally. This is just for an example. Like, their frequency is so high, they know what tomorrow is gonna rain or not. You understand? And then, like, I could see things before it happens. I know a baby's gender before the parents find out. Stuff like that. Like, it's such a beautiful thing, but you have to be willing to climb over that wall. If not, you're going to die in this 3D dimension. You're going to die a prisoner to this system of things. You're living in the flesh. You have to get out of the flesh and live in your soul, in your spirit. Other than that, I don't know what else to tell you, because you will not see what I see, and you will never understand or comprehend the things that I know. You'll become irritated, annoyed, and mad every time I share some wisdom and knowledge. It's not. I I won't ever say, oh, this is true and you're wrong, I'm right and you're wrong. No. Because I could be incorrect. But again, I always say, and I always admit when I'm wrong, or I always take a step back when I get so caught up in the things that I know, the things that I see, that I try to instill it or try to argue, I forget that I have to approach people according to their knowledge. Their frequencies are very low. So I cannot speak about the same thing, about what I know to them, because they're not going to understand it. So this is one of the messages. And this is something very beautiful that I hope when you listen to this, it opens up your heart a little bit and your mind, and actually pushes you to want to climb that wall, to want to see what I see and know the things that I know, plus more, beyond more. It doesn't end. Once you climb that, it keeps going further and it's like what they say in the Matrix. Jump in the rabbit hole, or do you want to stay a prisoner in this system? Jump in the rabbit hole, sweetie. Jump in the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is deep, but it's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. The way you move, the way you talk, the way you see life is so beautiful. Beautiful, but I'm telling you, again, the truth is very ugly and it's very disturbing. Especially when you never accepted the truth in your life. And you don't even gotta go to the Bible, like I said. Because a lot of people, ignorance, think that the Bible is fake. I don't get all my information and my wisdom from the Bible. I have so many different resources. It's insane. I read the Bible. I have Bible studies. I read ancient books. Like ancient true books, like healers. Encyclopedia. When I tell you, it gets deep. Not only that, not only do I read and stuff and compare, like, not only that, but the higher powers and my spirit guidance shows me, tells me, and takes me to scriptures or places or person that I need to receive a firm answer to what I was thinking or what I just finished asking. Frequencies that end up talking to me about something that I thought, I don't even gotta speak it, I thought about, but the higher powers can read my mind, so it already knew. So it sends somebody to speak to me just in a normal conversation, and then automatically that person starts speaking about something that I already thought about. It could be in the scripture, it could be in a song. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful how the universe moves when you are aligned, connected with your true self, and you're connected with the spiritual realm. It's very, very beautiful. Again, when you want better, you do better. Ignorance is a choice. Remember that. Climb that wall. If you want to see what we see and what I know and beyond, and become your most powerful self, climb that wall and never look back. Unlearn to relearn. And you learn every single day. Every single day you learn it. Learning never stops. And again, I do apologize if at times I have shared or have said things that came off in the wrong way. Because I do sometimes, even though I am in a mortal body still, so sometimes my emotion get the best of me. Sometimes I do get frustrated as to how much ignorance is in human on this earth. Like I just sometimes I can't even believe it. Like people really just settle. They just really settle. Like, do you know how powerful you are? Do you know what are you supporting and worshiping? It's time to stop being asleep, and it's time to stop being a prisoner to this system. We need to stand together. It's the only way. Or you're going to forever remain stuck or bondage in this 3D dimension that you're at right now. My soul is here to save, to help save, or to help you. If what I share, and even if this video makes you uncomfortable, guess what? You need to heal fast so you could heal and remove all the toxicity that's inside your body. And then taking all the herbs that Mother Nature created, that plants. You need plants. They are electrical. They are alive. Eat things that are alkaline. Eat things that are alive. Meaning like watermelon with the black seeds inside. That's alkaline food. That's electrical. That's alive. Stuff like that. Like plants provide you with the vitamins and minerals that your body needs. Not a bottle. Not a pharmacy. Not a doctor. So please, I truly hope this video helps at least one person and help you open up your heart and try to understand and comprehend this message that I'm sharing with you at like 5:30 in the morning. Make changes in your life. Like, never disregard a wisdom that somebody's sharing, because it's a reason why we share, why we do the things that we do. Meaning we, like people such as myself. Because again, like I said, we could be selfish and just take this that we know and keep it moving forward and leave y'all in the 3D dimension that y'all stuck in. That's it. The beginning and the end already has started. The old world, the world that you once knew, has been gone. It's time for a new earth. This is why we're going through all of this. This is here for the wicked ones. And if your frequency matches their frequency, you will be destroyed as well. Stay off the media. Stay off the news. Stop worshiping these presidents and whatever these leaders y'all so-called y'all think y'all need, or that are for y'all, because they're not. They know exactly what to say, exactly what to do, and exactly what to show to put fear and sadness and misery into y'all, because they feed off of that. They're actually scared of the day that you realize, that human realize their powers. They fear that day. That's why they keep you asleep. Yes, a lot of y'all are using toxic products so comfortably because it makes y'all look so pretty on the outside. No, that's not. What about your inside? What about your internal body? Don't you care? Don't you love yourself? Like, love yourself enough to take care of yourself the right way. I'm far from perfect. Like, I'm really far from perfect. But one thing about me can nobody say. Nobody could ever say that I knew better and didn't do better. Hell no. No. Years of toxicity is taking me a while, and it's gonna take me a long time to clear up. But I'm on that journey. I've been on that journey, and I'm staying on this journey because I want a higher frequency. I do things that I didn't know my body was able to do. But the sad part is that people don't want to do better. People would rather argue and hate you and gossip about you, but you know that all you're doing is feeding the demons your energy. That's why you're so drained all the time. That's why you're so unmotivated. That's why you're so depressed. You're so stressed. Because of those products that you're using and eating, but also because your energy is going to the demons, the same ones that you so believe care for you. See, I feed off of positive energy. Like, if someone is in a higher frequency as me, and I don't even need to be next to them, I could feel their energy through just the picture. Like, I could be on my Instagram page and I see somebody, I could feel their energy. I could feel if your energy is toxic. I could feel if your energy is hateful. I could feel if your energy is a positive one. Never think that I don't know, because I know. I just don't react to certain things. I don't react like how I used to react before. Like, my energy is precious. I have to use it wisely and on things that matters that more important, on leveling and taking my frequency higher and higher. That's where my energy is gonna go. But anyway, let me go drink my tea because it doesn't look like I'm gonna get any sleep. And I truly hope, like I said again, I know I said like 3 or 4 times, but this video, you know, open up your heart and have you actually, you know, take a break from the media, from everything, and just silence yourself and ask yourself a few questions. And just when your frequency level is high, you will also know when somebody's telling you something that makes sense, because it just genuinely makes sense. This world doesn't make any sense. Believing that you need a leader to rule over you doesn't make any sense. Believing that your body creates diseases doesn't make any sense. Believing these products that are full of freaking toxic doesn't make any sense. There's a reason why they're doing this to us. And they fear, again, they fear the day you discover your own powers. So I'm going to leave you with this. Climb that wall. Please climb that wall and change, because if not, you're going to self-destruct. And if you have children, they going to self-destruct because you didn't teach them any better. It's a lonely one. Take it. Confusion is totally normal. You're going to be tested. You're going to go through hell and back, that you just going to be like, you know what? This is not for me. I'm going to go back to the other side of the wall. I don't want this. No, don't quit. Keep going. You have to be reborn as many times as you need to be reborn. But I guarantee you, it's worth it. It's beautiful up here. So, peace, love, and happiness to you all. Humbleness. And always remember, knowledge brings wisdom, and wisdom is power. So have an amazing day, my divine souls.